Hi, Jason Buckner here from Clinic Connect and Automation Made Easy. Now, when you're connecting up your Clinico with your Keep Max Classic account and going down this whole path of communicating with our customer, I want you to think about more than just that one thing of sending a regular newsletter out to your database and think that's going to be enough, okay? Because just sending a regular newsletter out isn't going to be enough to engage your database, number one. But also on the flip side of that, it's kind of like catch-22. Just sending the newsletter out as well isn't going to give you the domain health and the domain reputation to be able to get into the inbox for everyone to just read the newsletter as well. So there's some key things that I want you to start thinking about so that you can keep your domain reputation up here. See, what happens is this. When you send an email to your database, and altruistically, all we want to do is give them some content, give them some help and show them some things that we're doing, of course, don't we? But if that's all you're doing and just sending those emails and those emails only, what happens is this. When you're sending those emails, every time it goes to the inbox or goes to an email provider, say Gmail, for example, every time it goes there and gets opened, you get a tick against your name. Every time it doesn't get opened, you get a cross against your name. And it goes against your reputation. Now, the average email open rate is about 19 to 20%, okay? And so if we're only sending and only 19 or 20% of our database is opening our emails, then what happens is every time we send and only 20% open, the Gmails and the Hotmails and the Yahoos and the every email providers of the world put us into the, these people are only sending to 20% of their list, or only 20% are opening from their list. You're going to go and get a black mark against your name. Now, if you get your open rates up higher and your engagement up higher, then your domain reputation goes up, as does your reputation with all those email providers. And instead of going, say, into the promotions tab, you go into the inbox then, and it gives your domain health the boost that it needs, okay? So there's a lot of things we need to think about when we go into this engagement process, other than just sending a newsletter every month and thinking that will be enough. But why would you want to? You know, if you follow this process, you can actually get more bookings. We usually see about 10 to 20% more bookings on average after about a 6-week process of starting to follow this. So some simple things you can do to get your engagement up and then get more rebookings as a result of that as well. 5 of them today. There are more strategies. We'll just go through 5. So first one, the engagement has to start from the first time someone books in for an appointment with your clinic. Every single new customer to your clinic should go through an indoctrination series. And that indoctrination series, I can hardly even say that word, that series should welcome them. They should be able to start developing a relationship with your clinic and start to get to know what it's going to be like when they get there, okay? What they can expect. You know, some people booking in for the first time may never have been to your style clinic before. And so making them feel at ease is going to help them attend. It's also going to help the engagement by getting that trust building component. And also, if I know some clinics have some entry points that are difficult to find, and, walking them up the stairs or taking them down the path, so to speak, literally, and showing them where to come in and what to do and that sort of thing, and what's going to happen when they get there is going to help. Indoctrination series. Number 2, then we have to keep the engagement going with those regular broadcasts, okay? Fortnightly or monthly, we want to get good quality content out to our database so that they engage with us. Don't just sell, or this offer, that offer, this offer, that offer, because that's going to decrease our engagement with the database and then decrease our domain reputation. Okay, number 3, another good time to communicate and engage with someone is when they've got a problem. Oh, I've got a sore neck or a sore lower back or a sore knee. When that happens and they come in and they have that problem, you can start a series of exercises. And I know you give exercises when you're in the clinic and you prescribe these exercises, But how many of your customers do you think take it all in, or still have that piece of paper, or remember the exercises that you've told them? Yeah, not many. And so you can actually give them an engagement series. Yeah, you can give them an engagement series about their sore neck. What are the exercises I should be doing? And have that follow up with them and help them through the process. Okay. Number 4 is when someone engages in a particular part of your newsletter, send them more of it. Say your newsletter's got some tips on, running, or some tips on swimming, or, cycling tips or something like that. I'm just focusing on sports here at the moment. It doesn't have to be sports though. But if someone clicks on the running, you can segment them and then just send all the running stuff to the people that have clicked through on the running, and send them more of what they want and less of what they don't want, okay? Automatically segment the database, and people are more likely to engage in the things that they've engaged in already, if that makes sense. And then the last one, when someone buys a product, send them an engagement series on how to use it, okay? Say it's a foam roller or a spiky ball or anything that's going to help them, you're going to tell them about how to use it in the clinic, and probably half of that is going to be forgotten and half of that is going to be remembered. But if you have an engagement series about the times when it should be used and how it should be used and how you can use it to the best advantage, and follow up, okay? Follow up by email, follow up by SMS, even follow up by Bonjoro, which is a great app to do so. You can help your customers get the most out of that product, and then they'll be coming back to you for more of that as well. Anyway, so 5 key things to think about. Engagement from when someone first books with your clinic, regular broadcasts every fortnight or every month. When someone has a pain point, neck, back, knee, whatever it might be, follow up with some exercises for it. All good value stuff, okay? All stuff that's really important to them. When someone engages in a part of your newsletter, follow up with them more about that. Running, give them in a running series, swimmers, so forth and so on. And then the final one, the 5th one, is when someone buys a product, you're going to follow up and engage with them to make sure they get the most out of that product. All right, 5 key points to get started with, many, many more, but they're the good ones to get started on.